Yeah, coming to the room, nigga. Yeah. This ain't nowhere, nigga. Ain't no groove, nigga. Yeah. Ain't no beans in our vertebrae. Yeah. Nigga, yeah, nigga. It's real. Try to squad, man. Yeah, we'll deal.
Damn. All right.
GL Peoples.
GL Peoples.
Hell yeah.
Here we go.
I love that song.
Who do we got today, GL?
Another episode.
Yo.
Man, dude, we got something really, really, really special for y'all today.
Hey.
Y'all, look, I want y'all to go get some notebooks and shit. I want you to go turn on your iPhone.
Turn on your iPhone.
Yeah, turn it
on
It's not
record
already on.
because you do not want to forget this.
Don't forget it.
Yeah. Yeah, you record this session.
Huh?
Facts.
I have a guy that I want to bring to y'all right now who you're not going to know, but you're going to make sure that you show.
I appreciate that.
Much
bro.
love in the house, y'all. My special guest, Q-Tastic, introduce him.
Q-tastic.
My boy Neeks is in this bitch today.
Hey, thanks, bro.
Yes,
Thanks,
indeed.
bro.
Thank you,
Thanks,
sir,
bro,
for
bro.
coming to the Woodshop Studios Thursdays with GL to express your thoughts, his thoughts, collective, and listen to some music, go over some,
I love it.
inspiration for these young kids out there, maybe on how to grind, because I know you grind. You get your shit did it.
Grinding.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
so
It's
bro.
gonna be
shout out to you,
beautiful.
brother.
Thanks, bro.
Neeks is in this motherfucker, y'all. Shout out to Neeks, man.
GL Q-tastic. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate
yeah.
that. No, seriously. Great introduction.
I did
appreciate that a
some
lot.
stuff, man, to, like, off camera, listening. And I'm a very good listener because I listen not just to the words, but I listen to the passion.
Absolutely.
And I heard some passion, bro, that I want you to be able to expound on and show these people what it takes to really just come out of the mud, bro, and with inspiration, dedication. Because you just showed me all of that, bro.
Thanks, brother. Thanks.
You know, so
Appreciate that,
I mean, and then what I really got inspired by is the fact that you were an avid reader. So am I. We talked about that off camera.
Absolutely. A lost art.
So, man,
A lost art in the world of Shinobi.
This guy, I mean, some of the books that we talked about, nobody I ever discussed.
Yeah, Langston Hughes.
Man, that went back that far was
yeah.
tough, bro. To
Langston
learn.
Hughes. Yeah.
Look at that.
I
you-
literally have Langston Hughes in my bio. Because that's how much it means to me. And,
Well, tell us about how you came upon this experience, bro, and who led you to these giants.
oh man, giants. That's a great word to describe him.
Yeah.
It's always a funny story because it was my white dad from my dad was. It's funny to say. Like I hope he doesn't hear this, but it's a real shit though.
One day.
Like
Who
He was
cares
the
about
original-
reality is real, bro?
he was the original wigger.
Okay.
My dad.
Yeah, there it is.
Like
He's rocking FUBU and shit.
he had the fucking Jerry curl.
Okay.
German dude, Jerry curl in the hood.
Yeah.
He didn't know how to. He was illiterate at 17 when he had me. He just turned 18. Illiterate.
Wow,
Like
man.
not joking. My black stepmom taught him how to read
Okay.
Whoa.
and do math.
Okay.
This is like real shit. The real shit. But my dad was so obsessed with he had a mixed kid and he's like, I'm gonna teach him the great black people of his history. And so in college, his freshman year in college, and he's 18 years old, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm exaggerating a bit. He was probably his freshman year. He was not 18. He was illiterate at 17, 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was
yeah.
3 or 4 years later. So I was 4 years old when he was in college. I'll never forget this.
Okay.
4 years old, and he brought home a pamphlet of booklets. And it's my stepmom, too. My stepmom, rest her soul.
Wait. A pamphlet of what?
booklets that was like a book. Right? Is that an old school term? I don't even know.
Yeah, I love
Booklets, but it was black inventors of the United States, and he brought home this like, this series of black inventors, and I was like, oh my god, I thought this was Thomas Edison, and I thought this was, so and so, and it actually turned out to be the, I guess, bedrock of a lot of our technology in the United
But
States
this
was
is
actually
coming
black
from
owned.
a Russian background.
No, it's a white dude. He's German. So
German
my dad was German,
Yeah.
and he's the one who, when I started getting older, I started like being interested in writing and reading. He was like, you have to know Langston Hughes.
Okay.
And I had to be in elementary school
Beautiful.
some year, and he's like, Langston Hughes. And my dad was also obsessed with Langston Hughes. I think because of just like the deepness of his poetry.
Because I want people to understand why.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, so growing up, Langston Hughes, and I'm not a super religious guy. I'm very spiritual, and shout out to everybody who is religious and does have a religious like grounding and a spiritual grounding. I think it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But I always say Langston Hughes growing up was, the Langston Hughes collection of poetry was my Bible. It
Okay.
was literally, I'm not joking at all. It's not like anything to take lightly. It's how I developed my poetic style
Wow.
of music. And I
Wow.
think Langston Hughes really had this gift of, he painted a picture of like Harlem and his day that
Reality.
it made you feel like you were there.
Mm-hmm.
When I heard Nas spit about Queens, it made me think about Langston Hughes.
I could
And it's crazy because, like, that's a weird. No, everybody's probably like, what
understand.
the fuck? That's weird as fuck.
Yeah.
But for me, it made me think, like, oh, I get it. He was painting the picture of where he's from.
The pain.
And people at the time, when I was in high school, people were like, oh, Nas ain't really hood, and he don't come from a gang. He ain't a gangster. Da-da. And it,
Right.
but like, he came from it, but he was a scholar of his experience. So
Expression.
he wasn't a gangster. Nas is not a gangster by any means, but he's talking about what he
I think Nas is pretty gangster.
Oh, he's a G. I think he's a G.
He's pretty gangster.
He's a G. But like, Nas wasn't a part of a gang. He wouldn't believe in being a part of a gang
Yeah.
because
It was
you
in
know,
street politics,
yeah,
basically.
exactly. And he's like documenting what happened around him. When I heard Nas spit, I was like, oh my God, this is the modern Langston Hughes. Because Nas is spitting about what's around him
The
in
pain,
such an eloquent
the
way.
Pain,
Yeah, shout out
but
to Nas.
intellectually.
Yeah, exactly. And about what all of us went through from growing up in the hood or living in the hood, in like a way where you don't have to look.
Think about it. You feel it.
You feel it exactly, and I think like it's a common thing nowadays to be like, oh, I'm hood, I'm from the hood, and da 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 da. But like, there's like, if you're from the hood, and most OGs who in the hood I'm from, every OG when I go back to Milwaukee,
Mm-hmm.
and most people think Wisconsin's just full of cheese, but like Milwaukee's
Those
very
who
dangerous,
don't know.
crazy place in the early '90s. And I go back and talk to my OGs, and they're like, Nick's like, they show me the most respect. They're like, I'm so glad you know music. I'm so glad you're out of here. I'm so glad they're working in factories now. They've been in jail. They've been in prison. They're like, they don't want you to. It's not like this. Like, I feel like artists like, and no hate to Drake and cats like that who've learned from the culture, but like, I think a lot of people idealize and like put up on like this mantle of what the hood life is, and they're like, oh man, hood life, and everybody raps about it, but like, dude, the OGs don't want you to live that life.
We
And so
We
yeah,
don't.
exactly. And so my perspective, even in hip hop, it comes from this like Langston Hughes, this Nas is like, yeah, we'll paint a picture for you, but like, yo, all my OGs in my life, they were like, Neeks, get out of here.
Absolutely.
They weren't like, yeah, stay here,
Yeah.
slang with us and like do this, and they were like,
But get out.
get out of here, and like do better and bring back this knowledge to our community.
In other words, don't get caught in that maze, that hedge
cycle.
ways, maze that you keep going and you don't know which corner to turn to get.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. No, absolutely.
No, you want to discover something that's gonna be helpful to you. You know, your
Yeah.
tenacity is great.
Thanks, bro.
You know, so and when I see that you're digging to find a better way for yourself and something that's even going to give you something greater to work toward, especially not just for you,
Nah,
but you're trying to leave a legacy.
absolutely.
You know, so your kids, grandkids, and everybody else can also benefit from my efforts. Because just my efforts alone ain't about shit. That's like Michael Jordan say, individual accolades ain't shit.
Ain't shit.
Because
And
what
I
the fuck
agree
can
with
you
that.
do without your team?
More now than ever. I agree with that.
You know, so I appreciate you, bro. I love your story, man, and I'm just eager to hear more. Really, I am.
Oh, man.
You know,
I
I want to
appreciate it, bro.
see a lot about. You know, I know the music thing is a big part of your life.
Absolutely.
So, what really got you thinking more on the terms of music?
You know, it's funny as fuck. So, my dad, he was a DJ and breakdancer in the
Okay.
80s. He was one of those cats who like
Breaking.
and yeah, and like the funny thing is it's such a rare funny story. I tell my dad this. I'm like, Dad, you gotta tell your story.
Mm-hmm.
My dad is like as I said, he's a German white dude
Mm.
living in the hood.
Mm-hmm.
He's never had children. He's got 4 baby mamas, and none of them are white.
Shout out!
Shout out to Pops. Shout out to Pops.
For sure.
My dad's got flavor. But like, you know, I was in 9th grade,
Mhm.
and in my household, we listened to a lot of rock.
Okay.
There was a lot of rock in my household. A lot of like old school, like Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd.
Wow.
My
Sounds
dad
like
loved
great
B.B.
shit.
King. He loved blues. He loved, you know, it didn't matter what you looked like, what color you were. If it had soul, my dad was about it. And that's like my house. We were broke as fuck, but he always figured out how to get some like big speakers
Cause you
in
knew.
the place.
Yeah,
Always. Always. There were always some boom box, some tape cassette that had like the
whole
speakers on the
setup.
side,
Yeah.
like, you know, like. So we started having this. I was in 9th grade, and I started discovering breakdancing.
Okay.
And I'm like, I met a homie who was in a breakdance crew, and he's like, Nico, what do you know about dancing? I'm like, I could do the moonwalk, bro. I could do the moonwalk. And he was like, oh damn, you could be a part of our crew, bro. He's like, all I knew how to do was the moonwalk. And he was like,
You're in the crew now.
so I told my pops, I came home one day, I'm like, Dad, I'm in this group called I'm in this group
I'm
called
in the crew,
Nonstop
man.
Breakers.
part of
Non-stop
the
breaking.
crew.
Nonstop Breakers. I'm 14 years old, and he's like,
Yeah.
I'm in this crew called Nonstop Breakers.
Hell
And my
yeah.
dad, and I saw this like weird thing go off in my dad's head, and he's like, little
Oh,
do
you
you know.
think you know?
Oh,
Let me break out the
yeah.
book.
And I didn't know at the
Let me
time.
break out the mat.
Yeah, seriously. I didn't know at the time. I didn't know my dad was a breakdancer. All I knew is my dad, he's got like long hair, white dude who listens to rock music.
Right.
No idea. I don't know anything about his past, anything. I'm like 14 years old. And so
Future
so my
shock.
dad's like he like transforms like he's like, "Oh, hip hop." He's like, I'm taking you to, this is in Seattle where like I grew up after Wisconsin
Yeah.
as a kid, and he's like, "Oh, I'm taking you to the U District." He's like, we're gonna buy you a tape cassette of breaking and Beat Street, and we're gonna teach you what breakdancing really is. And I'm like, my dad, I'm like,
What do you know?
I'm all like, this guy, like, what the fuck? And so he's like, he takes me to U District, and we listen to African Mabata, the Soul Sonic Force. We listen to like looking for the perfect beat, like looking for the perfect beat, people.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
we've got a perfect beat for you. And I'm
There
just
you
like,
go.
oh shit. I'm like, and listen to like, you know, like Grandmaster Melly Mel and like all these cats back then. And I'm like, this is like 2000.
But
I
he
think-
already
I think
knew
year-
about all this shit.
I think this is year 2000. And I'm like,
I graduated high
Yeah.
school.
aging myself, aging ourselves. And I'm like, I'm like, this is kind of cool, actually. I don't know, this, whatever they had back then. I'm like, listening to all this rap, and I'm like, damn, it was kind of like positive.
Yeah,
And like my dad like hated all the rap I listened to. I listened to
Yeah.
Nelly at the time.
Yeah.
And like fucking
hot in
Ludacris.
here.
Yeah, and my dad like broke the CDs. He's like, what are you listening to? This garbage. I'm like, oh man, I have a rock white dad who like hates rap. And at this moment,
He
it all
wasn't ready to
changed.
listen.
My whole like perspective, my father changed, and he's like, no, this is what hip hop was supposed to be. And he's like, he showed me Grandmaster Melly Mel. He showed me Raz Cats. He showed me all these like early cats who made break beats. And he's like, Nico, I was a break dancer in the '80s, and I'm in the U District, and he's like, Nico, I'm gonna put, and we don't have money like this. I'm gonna put 150 down to put a down deposit on to rent this Beat Street movie for you, because you need to watch Beat Street. He's like, this. He's like, this will. He's like, Beat Street will tell you what you need to do in life, and like type shit. He's like,
This
and
is
I'm just
your
like,
blueprint.
I'm feeling like, I'm feeling
Does he have
bad.
a Russian accent? I'm sure. When
No,
he's
no,
saying
no.
this?
My dad's German. No.
Or,
The
sorry,
no,
German accent. German
no,
accent.
no. My dad's he's born in Milwaukee, for first or second generation.
Oh, okay.
But he's like, he makes, B Street and this music. He's like, you need to study this, and I'm like, oh fuck, like okay, like, and I'm listening to it in the fucking, it's back when you put the headphones on in the record player store, and they have a CD player, and you're just like,
Can you remember some of the
this is a
examples
vibe.
of the
Yeah.
music?
He
that
showed
was
me
playing?
all. Yeah, he showed me all this shit, and so we go home, and he buys like the B Street movie, or he rents it because you gotta like put a down deposit for 150. He's like, I can't
Yeah.
buy this, Nico, but I'll put it down deposit. We get it back. He's like, but don't fucking
Don't
ruin this
fuck
movie.
this
Don't fuck this VHS up. And so we popped the VHS in, and I'm like, this is still today my favorite dance movie ever is Beat Street.
That's
And
crazy.
partially because, and I'm not from that generation, but partially because it was so
Inspiration.
raw and real.
Oh,
It was one of the first movies before it had a big money backing that they were like, this is, you got served and like step up 4 or 5 and later on I would actually go on and I would be a dancer on a Step Up 4
See that?
many years later. Step Up 4 music video, Hands in the Air, Neo and Timbaland. I'm on the music video. And like,
shout out to that.
but like that's the progression of things. So this is where it started, and I started like, I went home. My dad's like, we're gonna play this and this, and we're gonna play this beat, and my dad busts out and does a windmill on the floor, a windmill on the carpet. And granted, and my dad's like only 18 years older than me, so at the time he's still young. He's in his 30s, but I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, my dad's actually cool. Like, he's just been saying it. He's been saying it all these years, but he actually. Hey, shout out to Pops. Shout out to Pops.
Shout out to Dad.
Shout out to Pops. But like, that was the moment I was like, oh damn, my dad's actually cool. I was like, oh my God, my breakdancer friends will freak out if they knew my dad could do a windmill.
Just one.
And my dad's like, dude, seeing your dad do it, like still today, like even when I'm thinking, I'm like, oh my God, it was great. I'm like, my mind was blown. I remember like, I went back to my friends and was like, yo, my dad, everybody's like, my dad can like beat your dad up, and I'm like, my dad can do a windmill. And they were like, oh fuck, like, oh fuck, you ain't, no, you're joking.
You gotta come over to the house
I'm
on
like,
your bike.
Exactly.
Pull up after school.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly. That's the era.
$2 entry.
That's the era. You can't like send him a video of your dad do the windmill. That's
Yeah,
impossible.
$2 entry fee.
Yeah. Oh man, I should have did that shit. Yeah. Oh, what the fuck was I doing?
You ain't gonna believe this shit.
But yeah, that was my
was
intro.
tight.
That was my intro to music, to dance. My dad was a breakdancer and DJ. After that, for the next like few years, he would pull out things from his old, because he's a producer from the 80s,
What?
a DJ. So my first instrument was an MPC from the 80s. And he was like,
He
Shout
can
out to
tell you
NPC.
everything
Shout out to
you
Kai
wanna
out
know
there,
about
man.
NPC.
no, seriously. And he pulled out these old headphones. He couldn't hook to your normal headphones. And I was like, what the fuck are these? And I like plugged in the MPC and I started like playing on the drum machine, like,
Yeah.
da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
He just
Like-
breaks us out. He's like, "Oh, you want to be a breakdancer? Huh? Let me show you the."
He's like,
the
let me
essence."
show you. He's like under my bed.
He's like,
He's got like
I got this $5,000 drum machine
No.
under my bed.
absolutely, and
'Cause
that's
those were not cheap back then.
not back then.
Let's
And-
see how serious you are.
And my dad's like, and we grew up very poor. So under the bed is where all the fucking
the cool
antiques
shit
are.
was.
You know, it's like under the lift bed. It's got like
His
2
young,
feet.
his young man hustles.
Yeah, he like crawls in like pulling things out. And he pulls out this drum machine, and that was the beginning of my
Is it
my
60 or
music.
3,000?
I have no idea, bro.
Okay.
I have
You got to
no
ask
idea.
your dad. I want to know.
yeah.
No, my dad will tell you.
Yeah,
He's
for
still he's my dad today, even though he became a scientist.
Shout out to
Like,
Scientist Dad.
Scientist dad. My dad still has a studio in his house
Oh, hell
today.
yeah. Fuck yeah.
All these years later.
MPC historian.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. It's crazy.
Yes, sir.
That's like it's still like it boggles my mind to think like that's how music started for me because it's like
Wow. But
my dad's such a different human now.
that history.
But like
that
that's
history
what.
drives you though.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely. That's honestly what. That's why we were talking about earlier. That's why I'm a Nas guy
Yeah, Nas is the shit.
because I feel like it.
Shout out to Jay-Z, though.
Yeah, shout out to Jay.
Shout out to Jay. But
We can't leave Jay-Z out of it.
I'm a Nas
But
fan.
like I'm a Nas guy, and I think it was like Grandmaster Melly Mel, Rakim, Nas,
The educators.
and the cats who like told us it was okay to like to paint a picture of a scene.
Talk about some real shit.
You know, talk about some real shit. Make it cinematic instead of like.
Yeah.
And it's okay to glorify whatever to get you out of where you are. I think that's beautiful. It's better than trapping. But like, yeah, Nas is a part of,
The culture.
and so is Kendrick later on, and Lupe, and all these artists who were like the baton was passed on to them and passed on and passed on. I think these artists who talk about realness.
Step out of the norm.
Yeah, because it's popular to talk about dumb shit, and I think look, I grew up living dumb shit, so
Oh
I'm
my
not gonna be
God.
like,
Yo.
I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's like,
Yo, I've been recording music for fucking half or more than my life. Over 20 years, dog.
that's
And
beautiful, bro.
trust me, I've been like, yo, I've listened and recorded a lot of gangsta ass shit, nigga.
Yeah.
A lot of gangsta ass
Yeah.
shit. And then at my older age now, I'm just like, dude, I'm tired of hearing the same shit. I've heard it a million
No,
times.
exactly.
We gotta talk about some other shit.
Exactly, bro.
I was like, let's some other kinds of people.
Yeah,
Ex-
bro.
You know,
Exactly.
we keep talking
And
about the same.
the real
colored
shit
people.
is-
that
the-
keeps happening.
And the real shit is on that note is like, bro, I've had all these gangster ass friends, and bro, some of the cats that I came up with, they have profound thoughts.
Yeah, mental health issues.
Yeah,
No, not in a bad way, but I'm saying like usually when you're from the hood and you've seen a lot of terror and,
no,
and activity like that
okay,
kind of stuff, you got
yes,
a lot of mental
okay,
stuff.
okay,
So it's
absolutely right. So absolutely right. So like,
a lot of thought pondering.
exactly,
going on?
and there's a deepness about you. I remember my homie Jeffrey. I'll never forget this kid.
Shout out Jeffrey.
Shout out Jeffrey. I love you, bro. And last time I saw Jeffrey, he was homeless, and it broke my heart. He lost his mom, his dad,
Wow.
and had to take care of his sisters in Compton. And he's like, you know, he was one of the best when Kendrick first came out.
Mm-hmm.
Jeffrey was keeping up with Kendrick's style. We were freestyling all around LA,
Right.
and they're doing these
And that wasn't no
championships and
easy
shit.
task.
And
I used to
we-
see Kid Rock back there and then Project Blow and all that stuff when
Yeah.
I was younger.
yeah,
I used to go over there and just he'd be over there with Merce and shit, and now it's like this big superstar rapper. It's crazy. Like
That's crazy.
That's what
he was
I'm
just
saying,
a
bro.
backpacker back in the day.
Mhm.
And
He
so
wasn't gangbanging.
and so Jeffrey was this guy. His whole family was blood.
Mm.
His brothers, his family, his father, like everybody, blood, and everybody,
Generations of-
everybody, and like, granted, I'll never talk shit about any gang, anything like that. It's not about that. This is like, my boy, his mom died. His father was gone to prison,
Mm-hmm.
and his mom died. He was left with his sisters
Mm-hmm.
to take care of his sisters. And
Wow.
this kid was told, and I don't exaggerate these things. I'm a very like pragmatic person when it comes to hip hop.
Right.
He was toe to toe with Kendrick and when in
Damn.
2009, 2010, 2011, when Kendrick was first like coming out, like
Right.
his
Pull up,
his
drink.
lyrical, he could freestyle on this level of you be like, oh
Wow.
damn, and take you
Yeah.
the story
That was
and
pretty
like
hard back in those days.
and like Compton and I was like, damn, bro. And me and my homie Winston, shout out to Winston. Me and my homie Winston would like be like, damn, this dude is like, he's
On a
hood, but
different
he's
level.
hood, but he's like he's like
He's a
hood
hood poet.
smart. He's a hood like poet and intelligent, and he can fucking wrap circles around people at the time.
Mhm.
And like,
Mhm.
and he looked up to me, and I thought like, I mean, thinking back, dude, I was like, I was not on his level. I never told him that. I never told him that. But
I
like,
ain't gonna kill my ego
like
now.
we had a different flow.
Yeah.
And like his flow was how his was, and I was just thought I was always in my head.
Abstract flow.
Always in my head, bro. He could tell stories.
Mm.
Like you put him on a beat, he could tell a story about yesterday. Everything would rhyme. Everything was a fucking
Mm.
Perfect setting.
and it was like he would switch up his delivery, because I think that's a secret to being like an amazing
Yeah,
rapper
it
is
is.
like switching
It
up
is.
your deliveries every
is.
like 4 to 8 bars,
Mm-hmm.
and he just had it already. He was young, and he had it already, and so my conclusion, my story is like a few years ago, I saw, and I don't even know why I'm telling this story. I can't remember, but like a few years ago, my daughter and I driving to Venice,
Mm-hmm.
and I see this kid on the side of the street, and I'm like, damn, that looks like Jeffrey.
Like Venice Beach, Venice.
Like going to Venice Beach.
Okay.
And I'm like, damn, that looks like Jeffrey. And I'm like, nah. And I look back, I'm like, oh my God, that's Jeffrey. I'm like, I tell my daughter, I'm like, do you mind if I pull over? And
He
I
was
like
sitting
talk to
on
my
the
homie.
street, on the side of
And
the corner.
he was just standing on the side of the street in front of what is that taco place? That fucking Taco Del Mar.
Taco, okay, yeah.
Taco, yeah, something like that.
Taco, yeah, I know.
Taco Del Mar,
about.
yeah. And like, I'm like, oh my God, this is my homie. I haven't seen him for years, and all my people from that era, we lost contact because like we all went our separate ways. One dude became a cook, and he
Wow.
got a job. We all came out here in LA, broke, had
The
nothing.
Breakers crew.
Yeah.
That shit cut
I
deep.
grew up.
We were like,
Stranger
this is the
Things.
Cypher crew. So this is
Yeah.
like hip hop, and we all like believed in like hip hop. That's what our religion was in a sense.
Wow.
And I see my boy after, you know, I got signed 1 or 2 times, some shitty ass labels, and I'd already like gained some audience for myself, and I'm looking at and I'm like, oh my God, it's my boy who like helped me. He gave me
Start
some
this,
like
yeah.
heart, and we started together in the streets.
I
Like,
got to pull
freestyling.
over.
Exactly. So I pull over, I turn around, spin around, and I roll up to the taco
Taco
place, and we had a moment. He's like, Nico.
He recognized.
He's like, brother, Neeks. He's like, oh
That's
my
beautiful.
God,
That's beautiful.
I love you, bro. Like, how you been? I'm like, bro, how you been, bro? And we just have this like, I can't believe it's been so long.
Yeah.
He's like, this is your daughter? He's like, I remember when she was a baby, and now she's like 13 at the time, and like he's like,
Wow.
we're just like shiver. I get shivers in
You
my
have
arms
to
right now.
be,
We're
bro.
just like,
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm seeing you right now. Like, you're my
Damn.
brother. And he's like,
Yeah.
you're my brother. Like, I can't believe it. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? What's going on? And he's like, bro, I'm homeless right now.
Yeah. Wow.
And he's like,
cut to the core.
bro. And I'm like, bro, what happened with your sisters, with your family? Da, da, da. He's like, bro, I couldn't take care of them. I like, just life. It took me over. And that's like, LA will do that.
Hell,
It-
they
it-
will fucking do that
It
shit.
doesn't.
Say it again.
Yeah, it doesn't have like your support is your friends, but you're also sometimes too prideful to ask your friends and really tell them the truth on what's going on. And
That's LA.
that was this case, and I'm like, oh my God, dog. I'm like, bro, I don't have much, but like, well, let's get you out of here. Let's fucking get you out of here.
Gallup.
And
I love it.
and I like, I'm like, here's my number. I'm like, let me get you a meal right now. And some other dude in the place was helping him out too, get him a meal as well. I'm like, well, let's get you a couple meals, and like, bro, here's my number. Like, hit me up. I don't have much, but like, bro,
I'm here
you
to
do
help.
not. This is not.
This
You do
ain't
not
it. You don't
belong
have to
here.
go here. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Not if I'm still breathing.
And the sad part of the story is, I never heard from him ever again.
Damn, that's like the weirdest shit for sure, bro.
And this is the part of the industry that I think, like, and this is my boy who's from the hood. His family is all gangsters, like, and he wanted nothing but not to be. And the reason why he was broke and poor on the streets is because he would not do it.
His pride.
He's a fighter, like,
not.
granted, and we've had on some fights, and like he
His
can
pride-
fight,
his
and
pride
he's like,
wouldn't
he's a G, and like
he could not under any
but
circumstances.
he couldn't revert back
He
to
was on drugs or something, or just
No.
broke?
no, bro.
It was
Bro.
pride.
When I ran into him, bro, I will like, that's the first thing you think, like, oh, my boy like strung out, like, he's like completely conscious, completely there with me, no drugs, nothing, and that's a moment too. I'm like, you know what? And I was signed to this management company, and they were trying to coerce me to, like, talk about, we were going to strip clubs all the time. We were like, and they knew I was the only, like, kind of conscious artist on the roster, and nonstop they're like, Neeks, you gotta make, like, auto-tune shit like this, and you gotta talk about, like, the bitches in the strip club, and you gotta do this. And that was like the moment I was like, no. It was a reminder of, like, what's real. Because you get swept away in it. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I had a lot of great opportunities with that, and I appreciate them, and I have love for them. But, there's a reason. Yeah, there's a reason why I do things. And that was a moment. That was a moment that, like, reminded me.
Purpose.
Is seeing him in that moment. It was like, damn.
And that grew in your music.
Absolutely.
From your dad's roots, from him being so authentic to tell you, hey, listen, whether you know it or not, this is my roots.
Absolutely, bro. No,
You know?
absolutely.
And that was shocking to you, so you was like, well, shit, if he can do this shit.
No, absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
Guarantee you how he
And talking to the homie after, like, we came up, like, freestyling together and, like, being a part of something that was bigger than us, to, like, see that, like, you can get usurped. You can get swallowed in this industry. And, like, not to be a negative Nancy or some shit like that, but, like, the reality is you can get swallowed by what is popular. And this goes back to our conversation earlier. Is like, there's like, oh, what's popular, what's hot right now? Like, I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna be every other rapper, and I'm gonna talk like this. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. And my purpose, my point, this whole time, because of circumstances like that, have taught me, like, it's about being authentic, creativity, based on authenticity.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
the world of
like,
this
fuck it.
hip hop music shit is been forced in a bad way over the years, and that's why it's like, it's just rap and not hip hop, right? You know, and I love rap music. I love hip hop music. I've listened to it all. I grew up in this shit, you know. But, like, today's music, it's not. I don't want to be like I'm an OG listening to some, like, I don't know what they're saying shit or something. But there's a lot of shit that I don't understand what they're saying, because the sound doesn't hit.
Doesn't resonate.
Yeah, the way they're talking doesn't
resonate.
Doesn't hit the tones that used to hit my ears when I was younger. And I'd be like, yo, this nigga can rap, like, really rap.
Exactly.
And now it's like, oh, cool, he's harmonizing with the tune. As a producer, I'm like, yeah, it sounds cool.
Yeah.
It sounds a good job. But really, he's just talking about, you know, unaliving somebody, doing bad stuff in his crime. And I mean, like, yo, where my scamming ass bitches at? That shit is fucking
It's like
the worst shit you can,
It's like,
be on the radio.
do we
right
want to
now.
perpetuate that shit?
That's
You know,
exactly
It's
what
like
I'm saying.
finishing your damn
It's like,
puzzle. and you got, like,
it's
6
catchy. It
pieces.
sounds good, but you probably could have put something else in place
of course,
of those words,
100%.
but kept the same melody, and it would have did the same exact fucking thing.
No, 100%.
Because it was a melody that got your ear, not
Yeah.
scamming ass bitches.
I get a serious question. Can I go pee?
Sure, yeah, for sure. Well,
Can I pause this shit for a second?
While we do that, I'm gonna. What song should we play from your thing? Because it's a smoke break
Maybe.
time now.
Oh, that's perfect, bro.
Yeah.
Maybe let's play
You know, you got
Smoke
some
and Mirrors.
Okay.
Smoke and Mirrors. Smoke time, so let's play Smoke and Mirrors.
Break.
I'm gonna play some Smoke Break, y'all, while he takes a little break.
There you go.
He'll be right back on camera.
Thanks, brother. Thanks,
When
brother.
nature calls, don't hate the player.
You gotta go. You gotta go. Much love, guys. All right, right back.
Shit, that's the way it go, bro, for the show. All right, now.
Holding it, bro. Holding it.
That's all right. Don't hold it. It's more room out than in.
Right, man. This shit is crazy out here.
For sure.
But so yeah, man. Out of all the stuff we talked about with gentlemen right now, man, like he definitely got some sense in his brain on what he's trying to do for himself and musically and all that stuff. So I can't wait to hear, the Smoke and Mirrors.
Yeah. We're definitely gonna get into that because I want to see.
Facts.
I gotta say, I don't know. Oh, I don't need that. I got a shooter. I think.
Uh-oh.
I think. Hold up. Time out.
Damn. The shooter didn't shoot. Damn. Where'd you find this one, kid?
I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, shit, man. Well, shout out to y'all out there watching, liking all the shit that we do here at the shop,
That's all right.
And we like to welcome our guests back to the show. Shout out to Neeks.
In the words of one of my favorite people, fuck it, players fuck up too.
Yes, they do, Zersky.
Sometimes.
Absolutely.
So we're going to get in this Smoke and Mirrors. Let's check it out and see what it sounded like. Let's get to it. Okay. A little guitar action.
Black pill in a red cup, shades on, no light. They say don't quit your day job. I said, bitch, I might.
You can sing if you
Me
want
and
to.
35 strangers,
Yeah.
shit just don't feel right. Sometimes I wonder, would you show up at my vigil? I used to have a soulmate, now I'm soulless and single. You can take it how you want, baby, but that's not a riddle. Don't think of you and I'll be stuck in the middle. That toxic love is like a heart without a beat. You say that you want me, but you don't want me like I need. Gave you all of my soul, you didn't want it, now I'm free. And now that I'm on my way, who knows where this road will lead? Who knows where this road will lead?
Yeah.
Still chasing meaning in the smoke and mirrors.
Okay.
The truth really hurts, and I guess I'm finally here. Your face when the coast gets clearer. Guess I feel nothing now, nothing feels real. All these neon signs flicker, feel like they mocking me. Every drink I sip, got a ghost that's haunting me. Told my mom I'm fine, she don't see what I see. Another city, same pain, different ID. They say pain makes art, but I'm running out of ink. I've been drowning in my thoughts, afraid to even blink. Tried to bury who I was, but he rise when I sink. And the lines in between love and loss, thinner than you think. Still chasing meaning in the smoke and mirrors. If the truth really hurts, and I guess I'm finally here. Your face when the coast gets clearer. Guess I feel nothing now, nothing feels real.
Hey,
Look in the mirror. What do you see?
Black pill in a red cup, fade in the night. Wrote my name on the stars, just to see it at night. Maybe I was built to break. Maybe that's the key. Find myself again, and what's left of me. Still chasing meaning in the smoking mirrors. If the truth really hurts, and I guess I'm finally here. Your face when the coast gets clearer. Guess I feel nothing now, nothing feels real.
You know about the smoke screen.
smoking there is a smoke screen, exactly.
Damn. All right, so That was fucking dope.
Dope, man.
Thanks, y'all.
Let's get into that secondary song. How to fly out there, right?
Yeah, out the fire. Out the fire.
How to fly out the fire. Let's get into that, Gio. Let's listen to this banger. Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
This is that raw, like, I just had to spit.
How to fly, how to fly out the fire. Ain't really trying to go as fast as most. Tired of wasting my time trying to press some hosts. It's poetic how I'm moving decimals. You at festivals and you're testing Porsche. I'm in Mexico with an ancient force that the Mayans had till the blessed curse took the heart of man and made him scorch the earth. The lesson for him had a worse horse. Been a long damn time in this mess of force. Open my eyes and the beast in us. Feel the passion for him, for the peace of earth. Me and my pride got a face before us to see both sides, but the people first. Facing evilness till my voice is hoarse. I'm my body shaking and the demons torch. To the old guys giving me the force to fight back and defeat the dark. No, I'm on the right track. It's feeling hard. I make light stacks, but it's just a start. Nah, ain't started, got fists, boy. If you fire, don't miss, boy. Ask Nate Diz, okay, slay my fist. Nice like Lupe, but reform like Tuki. So I eat mics like Pussy, and the beats bite back like Koofy. I'm talking revolution of the two influence, evolution of the Constitution. Y'all hella stupid with no pocket pissing back shallow movements. You were always losing. What's a good brain if you never use it? I'm just saying when you're hard into it, keep your heart into it. Yeah, we all been through it. If it wasn't hard to do it, everyone would do it.
Deep deal.
Why you making movements if you never really moving? No. If you really sick of losing time for revolution, you can go first. Give me your verse, boy. These. You can go first, give me your worst. Boy, these lines don't need no verse. Looking inside of me, where all I see is others who I've hurt. Dig up your dirt, putting in work, counting my blessings, confessing the worst. I'm an anomaly, wishing mama could see my rebirth. Came from the bottom, but I'm climbing in first. Been fighting depression since I've been on earth. Learning my lessons to break from the curse. Born from the stars, but a shackle since birth. In a world that will sell off your soul for a hearse. Baby, your sins, but it's never gonna work. Facing your demons is part of the work. If you can't learn to love, then what is it worth? You burn, not from the lessons you learned. A peasant with heart who can never conform. With gold in his blood from weathering storms. Those deeper love as he shadowed the storms. Wiping them up from the heart of his torn. With scars that remind him of why he was born. To fight through the darkest, the heart of the storm. Yeah, the heart of the storm. Keep your heart into it, yeah. We all been through it, yeah. But if it wasn't hard to do it, everyone would do it, yeah.
Tell the squad, man.
Why you making movements if you never really moving? No. If you really sick of losing time for revolution, yeah. Guess it's time, this your sign. Follow your spirit, get out of your mind. Baby, don't cry, it's alright. Fuck those fears, pay no mind. Dry those tears in your eyes. Girl, you fierce, it's your life. Born to fly, don't get too high. One foot in the ground, one hand in the sky. I've been learning how to fly. How to fly, how to fly, how to fly out the fire. Woo. How to fly, how to fly, how to fly out the fire. Into it, yeah. We all been through it, yeah.
We all been through it.
But if it wasn't hard to do it, everyone would do it, yeah. How to fly out the fire. Why you making movements if you never really moving? No.
Deep deal.
If you really sick of losing time for revolution, yeah.
Bring it to you live.
Okay, that part. Okay.
Hey.
There's some fucking knowledge on a banger. Okay,
Hey.
that part. Oh my God,
I
that was
love it.
dope.
I love that that's your feedback, bro. It's funny. I showed Q a couple of my tracks, and you always like you get it right on the money. That's exactly what I'm thinking. How to make a banger, but speak some truth and be real within it. You know.
I love it.
The first track, Smoke and Mirrors, is kind of like, I feel like Out the Fire comes out first, even though that you just dropped them in the order that they actually dropped. But I think Out the Fire is the first prelude to Smoke and Mirrors. So
Okay,
Out the
for
Fire
sure.
is like, think of the concept, Out the Fire. Look, we all been through it. The whole hook is like, We all been through it. Like if
We
you really
all
sick of
been in the fire.
if you really sick of losing, it's time for a revolution.
For sure.
And those simple, they're very simple lyrics, but the way I feel like the production is and the way the vocals, like, it's chill. Like it's almost like I think about a character, not even myself. When I think about it, it's like I think about all my boys, like my homie I just told you about, all of us, like my homie Winston, my homie. Shout out to my homie Leo, who's the creative director of Michael B. Jordan. He's like, bro, we came up in college together. To see him where he is right now is phenomenal. He's
It's
Haitian.
rewarding.
He's Haitian. He's Haitian,
Definitely.
and he always just had a great family supporting him, and he always just believed, and he created, bro. I can tell you some stories. I'm not gonna put his business out there like that, but like, he came from his own nothing.
I love that.
And it's different than mine. I came from nothing, but we all came from some situation that was tough. And here we are right now.
Dig
Amen
it.
to
And
that.
this is why we're here
Right.
right now.
That's right.
You know?
To that.
And I think Out the Fire is a reminder to us, like, it's an anthem. Out the fire.
Yeah.
It's like,
Because we don't want
Time
the
to
young
celebrate.
kings and queens to have to go through what we went through.
absolutely. And if they do, and if they did, then hey, there's a way out the fire.
That's the whole point of being in the hood, is to get up out of there. If you grew up in that environment,
Absolutely.
you know that's where you got to get out. But
Absolutely.
you get out into the
Yes,
real
sir.
world and you feel not at home because it's not what you're used to.
Absolutely.
It's what you're supposed to get used to is normalcy and not
Of
having
course.
to deal with that.
Bro,
Looking over your shoulder just to go to the store.
Absolutely.
bro, of course. No,
Sometimes you got to swim with the sharks, though.
Of course, no, they're always going to be there anyway. So that's
Yeah.
all I'm
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
It's how you move.
absolutely.
How you move around the sharks, though.
Absolutely.
I
You
think
could be a civilian or you could be a target. You know?
that's the thing, but that's the thing too. A lot of people don't talk about, like, it's like perspectives. Like, so, like, I'll give you perspective. When I was 16, 17, I was a poor kid from Milwaukee that moved to Washington. My dad was, and my stepmom was black. My dad's a white German guy, I told you. And they're going to college when I'm in elementary school. And by the time they're graduating, I'm going to high school. I'm going to college. Sorry, I'm going to college.
Okay.
And they don't have the money to put me in college. It's all loans and shit like that.
Yeah,
It's not like, oh, my parents got to a point where they put me to college. Like, no, like,
Yeah, but they had
Shit.
certain programs. And
but
shit.
but they were from the hood,
Yeah.
and they were like, look, I'm gonna believe in the impossible, and I'm gonna believe that despite what people think about where we're from or who we are, that we can make a name for ourselves in this other world that you were saying. Like, yeah, and I think a lot of people try to, like, look, hood music has become so big in the world because I think people want to relate to the culture.
Mhm.
But the reality is, like, the culture, if you've lived it and you've been through it, is so much deeper than this, like, picture that's painted in modern rap. Like, oh, yeah, we're hood, we come from this. Dude, there's so many fucking dimensions. There's so much beauty within, like,
Man.
being cultured
Preach.
and melanated as a human.
Preach.
I think there's, I look at Vic Mensa now, and I'm like, this is a kid who, like, figured out a way to, like, talk about that, but for other generations and other cultures to
Tell
understand
his
it,
story.
you know?
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about Vic Mensa. I know he's from
Yeah.
Chicago, and I really like what he's doing.
Yeah.
But I think
It's different than what Chief Keef's doing.
So was Eminem.
it's different than what Chief Keef
That's
is doing,
yeah,
but
my
all,
bad.
exactly. And I love and again, like, I love some Chief Keef songs, and, like,
Yeah, for sure.
it's all love, whether it's hood hip hop or conscious hip hop, whatever.
But we're trying to get it to
But,
where it's
like,
like we're putting the consciousness back in the hood.
Yes,
That's what we're
yes,
trying to do.
exactly.
That's
And let's-
part.
Consciousness
and I'm
back
not-
in the hood, not just
It's-
like leave that out.
Taking
no,
it out.
no,
Yeah.
because it was always there.
Exactly.
And so I think, like, even
Well,
coming from
not really in today's world. I don't think because
no,
like
but
social
but
media
I
shows a
tell
lot,
you,
know?
so I tell you, so, like, social media sheds a light on something that was always there.
Yeah.
I think I say all the time. I think it was always like it was, but social media shows us really how it is, because it's like
Yeah.
you have all these media platforms for people giving their rendition and their perspective on their lifestyle. So now you get this well-rounded understanding of all these different lifestyles
Yeah.
and all these different
I watched
people.
this. I watched this video the other day about this. Like, they were like, it was like a, what are we teaching our peoples kind of video, and
Yeah.
it showed like these young little girls walking by with the attitude. It's called like the walk off or something, and they would say something crazy and then walk off. So like they had like a line of little girls, and they'd be like, "Well, I got one," and they would just be like doing some ratchet shit. They would say something like, "Get out of my face," or "What you gonna do," or something. They would just walk off. One would curse and shit. And like, these are like 5, 10, 8-year-old girls.
I am so glad
saying the
you brought
craziest shit, and I'm like, "Yo,
I'm so glad.
what are we
you brought
doing?
that
Bro?
up,
What are
bro.
we doing out here?"
You know
that's true.
You know what the young girls' online term is now?
You tell me.
Which term?
Tell me something I don't know.
Lomo.
Lomo. Okay, what's a Lomo?
I don't know that term.
I never
Damn,
heard that before.
damn OG, teach us.
Lomo. What are those abbreviations?
I know everybody gonna be wanna fucking.
Oh damn, I don't know. What is it? What is it?
Okay, but what they did was change the term. They turned it to FOMO. FOMMO is what the young women, girls are using
FOMO.
now.
Really? What does this mean? Because I know FOMO, fear of missing out.
Fucking on my mind only.
Fucking
On
on
my
my
mind
mind
only.
only. What did LMO stand for?
Google it.
Google it. Google it.
LMO.
Niggas Google
Google
it.
me.
FOMO. That's what they.
Really?
That's what they live.
Damn,
That's
okay.
What
You said Lomo?
Fo.
FOMO. Okay.
Yeah, this is how they live.
Thought you said one with the H. So I'm
fucking on my mind
that one.
only.
The Lomo. I also want to know what Lomo.
Yeah,
The
that's what I said.
Lomo was the beginning of it. It was like loving.
Loving
Only my.
Mind only.
Oh,
Then they-
loving only my
They
mind only.
just say fuck that.
That's
Oh, it
interesting.
graduated. It graduated.
That's
They
it.
said
The
fuck
That's-
abbreviation graduated.
Absolutely, they said fuck that Lomo shit.
Nah, like
It's FOMO.
I mean, I never heard that, but like going on that note, like, yeah, I mean,
That's the young generation.
look, like we all get younger and we all turn into the young generation, but I think it's not just the generation; it's how they're influenced, right? That's why they are how they are, and like I'm not the youngest generation right now. Like I got a 16-year-old daughter, so like
Shout
I'm
out to
tapped
you being a
in.
dad.
Thanks, bro. So I'm tapped in. I'm like, I get,
You're
what
trying
the-
to teach somebody.
I get what they're talking about. So when I say like, look, some of their friends, some of my daughter's friends, yo, if from Dubai to here, they like my music because it's a vibe and
Yeah.
not because of the lyrics.
Absolutely.
No,
As
and
they
that's
should.
and I think generationally, that's always how we've always been. Think
Yeah.
about it. When we were youngins, what do we vibe? We want to dance. And we want to
In our
vibe to
thing.
shit that made us dance, or you were like, damn, I like the vibe of this. And then and I
It's
started
always the
early
beat for
because
me.
yes, you
It was
used to
always
be.
the beat for
And
me.
I think most people over the lyrics, and I'll be just real, like I'm a lyricist, I love lyrics, but over the lyrics, it's always been the beat.
Yeah, it's always the beat.
It's the base of any track, it's the base of a sound, it's also
the
the base of a
groove.
feeling,
It's the
of a
groove.
groove, of a culture, of a movement, look, you go to the club, you want to actually get your song out to people, and you got to have a groove.
Yeah, you gotta have a groove.
You got to have a feeling where people are like, I could fuck, oh man, you can start nodding your head
Whether
to
they
it.
want to or not, they're gonna move. They're gonna move.
Exactly.
For sure.
So, so with both Out the Fire and Smoke and Mirrors, those two tracks I played you, I mean, Out the Fire was more experimental. It was done much earlier. It was done like, I almost did it like 3 years ago now. Like it was a very experimental sound, but the concept is like, how can you make a catchy track, make it melodic, and like it's not about like being a gimmick. It's about like music is beautiful, and there's melodies within melodies within melody. You know, as a producer, like it's just beautiful, and there's so much you can create.
That's
so-
weird though, because like everything to me has already been done.
I don't-
Everything has.
Everything has already been done, from
I
an
don't wanna-
African
I don't
beat
wanna-
out there in the Congos, and you know, in the weirdest places where people are hitting on a drum. The rhythm is always going to be the same.
You know,
low key.
that's one of my favorite quotes, but I will say, contrary to that quote, think about this though. Like, everything's always been done, everything's been recycled, but at the same time, the recycling of something that's been done before creates something new.
Well, no, that's
and-
exactly what I'm saying. So
and-
you can't.
And so what I mean is like, look, we're even the first person, their origin of something, he wasn't the origin. His grandpa told him that they were around the fire playing this beat this certain way, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna try to play this beat this way, and he was inspired by his grandpa. And you go back further enough in time, it's always inspired
That's
by
what I'm
something.
saying. It's always
The
the
sun
same
can be
shit.
inspired by the moon. The water
Shit.
can be inspired by
water
the air.
The air, exactly.
Like the fire.
I'm going to have to interject this because,
Yeah,
I
please do.
mean, one thing that I heard from that one particular song, from the beat being, okay, it could have been normal, regular, and going on and inspiring. It was also had progression.
Oh, yeah.
That was one of my favorite things. But
That's
the
fucking-
thing
that's good,
that
bro.
made it new to me and made it like uncommon was the fact that you did lend to it a cinematic flavor.
Hey, no, I appreciate that.
No, that shit was tough, you know. But like
That's
I was
easy.
saying, what I was saying though is like if you listen to like metal music, right?
Yeah,
There's only so many buzz beats, you know, a drummer can do,
yeah,
right? There's only
Yeah.
so many. It's like it's been done a million times, right? You know,
Absolutely.
it's the sound frequency that you're projecting when you're doing that drum pattern.
Yeah.
It's the same thing out there in the Congo's a tribe or something doing some shit. It's probably similar to the other tribe over there because
Absolutely.
they're all kind of doing the same thing out
Yeah.
there with what tools are available for them.
Absolutely.
Right? So whoever masters that tool can go, oh, there's only so many notes in each fucking phrase.
Absolutely.
So how are you going to put those together?
Absolutely.
That's different than the other person that used those same exact chords. Or,
You're
Absolutely.
absolutely right.
you know?
Absolutely. And I
'Cause
think
that's what the groove is. Right?
I think that's too, like being a producer, I think you guys have a gift. Like you guys are I always say this, it sounds weird as fuck, but I feel like producers have two hemisphere brains. You're analytical and you're artistic. When you can be both, like producing is all about, and even like, you know, I'm an amateur producer and I only like understand a little bit because I went to school for math.
yeah,
It was like
so
that was
mathematical.
one of my
So
bachelors.
mathematical,
But
for sure.
it's like seriously, it sounds funny as fuck,
It's all
but like
math.
music is so mathematical. Like
It's only math, really.
like
He knows.
like
He
like the way you describing history. Look, it's been done. Look, you have a cup. You could play it on the top, you can play it on the side, you can play it on the bottom.
You
There's
play it
only
against
so much-
something. You can
there's
play it
only
against
so
something,
much-
too.
There's only so much distance you have.
You could
between
throw
this
that
cup.
motherfucker too. Make that sound.
Ah, there you go. Now
You
that's
feel me?
that's
It's all kind of-
so no,
it's all kind of
that's
things.
that's evolving it. But like
For sure.
but like you only have so many sounds from this, right?
Right.
So everything is going to be a recycled version of
That
some
sound.
original and
Yeah.
some like original feeling, original.
Yeah.
But like, and that's the chase of religion. That's the chase of everything. Like,
Yo, you can go back to the tribes, G.
Yeah,
like,
you can go
and,
back-
like where they didn't ever hear not a
not a thing.
song. On
All
the
they heard
radio.
was the waves,
yeah,
and the
yeah.
ocean,
then
and the fucking.
the beats can be like boom, 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 boom. It's just like this
Yeah.
weird drum all of a sudden. It's just
But
there.
it hits this frequency of maybe
Exactly.
the earth and what
Exactly.
you just feel. So, that goes to the source of things. Like I
Passion.
like the idea that things repeat. Nothing's original under the sun, right? That whole saying, nothing's original under the sun. But I also like. I like to have this. So like, that's an audio digital way of thinking, as I would say. Like, that's like numbers. There's no way you can recreate something that's not 4/4 and 4/2 and this and pattern that I haven't seen before. It's been
It's
done.
existed.
Absolutely,
That's
it's
why
existed.
there.
I
Absolutely.
think what he's
But
trying
then
to
there's-
say is he's beginning to understand that there's always going to be variations.
Well, yeah, of
Yes.
course.
No, absolutely. But my second note was that the spiritual side of it, which is the opposite hemisphere of the brain, the spirit is like, oh damn, yeah, I've heard it 1,000 times, but this sounds different because of this feeling.
Yeah. Or the
There is
instrument
this-
that's creating
the
that feeling.
instrument, the singer who's an instrument, or whatever. There is this like
sound.
there's this other like.
The frequency
Yeah,
of
it's
the
all
sound.
been created before. Look, when I sing a song,
It's
or I
like,
rap
yo,
a
wait,
song.
hold on, my bad. Like the music, right, has evolved.
Absolutely.
no matter what, because it started off as that drum beat.
Yep.
It started off as that snare.
Absolutely.
It started off with the voice. It started off with these specifics. But now it's like, oh, we got auto tune. We got all these pitch correction things to help sing.
Yep.
But it's the music talent stuff is gone. It's like, oh, it started off here, but it's just. But now such history has been learned from this. Now that there's only so many patterns you can try to fucking find out, because so many people have already figured that out that are way better at math than me. You know,
Look at Travis Scott.
oh man,
I think a great example of someone he's a producer. He absolutely produces sounds, but he also is an artist. And to link both of them together, people feel something different when they listen to Travis Scott shit. You don't even have to like what he's not really saying. He's not like saying some crazy genius shit.
it's
but
just the melodies and patterns.
But the melodies and patterns and the way he plays his voice on the beats, because he's the producer, it's like it's an artwork. He's not like this great rapper. He's not this great, I would say he's a great producer, but he's not. Producers, when they're like, oh, have you like studied Travis Scott's mixing method? They're not like Travis Scott's some genius.
That is crazy.
But like Travis Scott has mixed art and the math, the art and the math together to create this like Da Vinci type of thinking where like you're going, and this is like I'm a weird ass motherfucker. Like this is like going on that tangent where you're like, I'm mixing two hemispheres of your brain to actually create art. And my art is very focused on like, look, I want to touch the person who's gonna be fucking lyrical. And be like, damn, what did he say?
Yeah, exactly.
Let me rewind this 4 times. Whenever I had to rewind an MC 4 times, 3 times, and be like, well, what the fuck did he say?
It's
How'd he say it?
amazing that he would speak on that.
That would be like,
It is. It's amazing.
when
because that's the exact same way that I've looked at Billie Eilish.
Really? Billie Eilish is very lyrical, and you're right. No, you're right.
But I really think it's her brother though.
There you go. But
their
connection, no, it's absolutely both of them.
No,
'Cause,
1000%. But I think it's like the older brother seeing that his sister had talent and he was a good producer, because he's a really talented producer.
Very talented.
And he took, because like if you ever look at her sessions, they're like 1 million tracks. A bunch of comp
crazy.
tracks. Every little word is comped in.
So it's
Absolutely.
mixing.
So he's just going
absolutely
and making her sound
absolutely. Every
fucking
great,
dope.
every
Not that
great.
she's not dope already, but he's just
100%.
good
Production.
production guy.
Look, if she sung that song raw, it would be a different vibe. If she sang it just her vocals and just the track, a different vibe.
Yeah.
The production created it, because I remember her seeing a little like I don't know, interview or some shit on her, and she was like, that you hear in my voice, and that like that you hear my voice. She worked so many hours to get. It wasn't just about releasing a song; it was releasing it with like a mood, like this, like. And she did all of the tones that were necessary. The way she describes in the interview, she is fucking. They're both geniuses.
Yeah, facts.
How they think of music. She's like, she sung it like Katy Perry. She sung it like another artist. She's like, I could have done this, but I want to do like make you feel and drop into this like emotion. And when I listen to Billie Eilish, it's a great example, because listen to her music,
does do that for sure.
you want to sit there with her in her depressed state and like fucking talking about a boy, and like maybe you're a man and you're like, damn, I was like that too. And
Well,
you're
shit,
like,
man.
because you can sit there and like feel how she was saying it, but also what she's saying. It is deep. I really like, when my daughter started liking Billie Eilish, I was like, damn, this girl is like,
it's just the composition.
it's like whispering in a dream or some shit. I don't know, the way she sings, it's like you hear this voice in the back of your dream.
Yeah, she
It's-
was crazy.
We all know that a lot of artists do clips in their singing. We all know that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Comp
like
tracks?
comps. Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. Or like punch-ins.
Punch-ins and
Like
shit.
Lil Wayne's the king of punch-ins. Like he's a freestyler. Lil Wayne's. I had a.
It's the sound of how to punch it, not really that you can't do the whole song with one take.
Yeah.
It's really for the sonic of the words.
That
Exactly,
part.
to
That's
make
what
everything
I'm
sound
saying.
good.
That's
And as a
what-
producer, that's how you make something sound great.
Mhm.
I'm like, it's weird because, and we know I've recorded with him, and he's like, Neeks, the 16 bar sounds great, but you can make it better if you punch in.
Mhm.
And that's like,
You can breathe.
there's like this thing, like some of my songs will have this like, and I'm like, the whole fucking 16, because I believe that you have to be able to spit a 16. Otherwise, like, how can you call yourself a rapper?
Yeah, but
It's
that's
like-
outside.
But
That's
and that's real. No, that's
Brother,
real.
it's not
and there-
very many
Yeah.
living humans
Yeah.
that can record
I'm saying
a whole song.
if you're just like, yo, I'm gonna fucking rap, and
One take.
there's a battle,
Yeah.
there's a fucking freestyle competition, or you're on the camera going like, all right, what do you got, buddy?
Exactly.
Like, now you gotta spit 16, my nigga.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But if you're like, I'm gonna create this song with,
Yeah.
I know I can do that.
about making
It's
it the
exactly
best it
why
can sound.
Dr. Dre is Dr. Dre, because of his
Eazy-E.
recording techniques.
Absolutely.
Is
Prime
like
example,
punching
Eazy-E.
the words in and getting them crispy enough to where when you play it back, that's why Snoop Dogg
carry
shit.
the
If you
track.
listen to Snoop Dogg shit, his shit is just like talking on the microphone instead of like yelling up here and then bringing it down here. It's like always like this smooth,
Right.
like he's talking.
Because he
to you.
had a chance to take
It
his
feels
breath.
good.
He punched in.
It feels good. It feels great as fuck for you. But I wanna we're kind of running out of time right now, but I wanted to leave this this podcast with like a spoken word from GL before we get up out of here.
Spoken word from this brother right here, y'all.
Please,
Spoken
yeah, bro.
word, GL. What you got, man?
This brother, man,
Here we go.
I have really been impressed by your presence, my
Oh,
brother.
thank you, brother.
Serious business. I mean, not only are you abreast in music, you have a profound understanding of life.
Wow, that's huge. I mean, I'll take it, but
Yeah.
I'm just a
And
student.
I like that because I'm one of those people who do recognize that because I'm very spiritual.
Absolutely.
Well, let me get the words of wisdom because we're running out of time, GL. Let me get
Oh,
the
we're
words
running
of
out?
wisdom,
Okay,
buddy.
but, you know, what we were talking about, what we always mainly in our sessions with is we talk about the knobs of our human nature. And there are three of them. And there's a lower knobs which is called Amara. Amara is that lower part of our nature that allows us to do stupid stuff.
yeah, stupid shit.
You know, because we maybe been taught it.
Yeah.
We may have been trained by it. It's like an elephant.
Mm-hmm.
An elephant in a circus. You know, when they train an elephant, they tie a chain around his leg and put a stake in the ground. So when he walk around the motherfucking circus, he walk around in circles.
Circle. Yeah.
Now when they take the chain off, what this motherfucker gonna do?
Walk in the circle.
So we get trained to do certain shit in our mind. So
Absolutely.
when we're in that lower state, that's how we accept life. So now we have to figure out, fuck this. We got to do something different. We got to make ourselves a little bit better out of it. I seen that rise in you.
Thank you, bro.
You was like, man, yeah, I came from the mud, Milwaukee, motherfucker. But that don't mean I have to lay here and wallow in this motherfucking mud.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
And that's Lamara when you get to that
And
stage.
when you get to that stage, that's your second level. It's called Lawama. It's the
Lawama.
stage where it reproaches, it rebukes itself when it finds itself doing some stupid shit. It say, hey, motherfucker, you know better
Stupid
than this.
shit.
Yeah, you know better, motherfucker.
and,
Why
then,
the
and then you graduate from that position.
And then, you know, you once you get sick of that, kicking yourself in the ass,
Talking to Mike.
when you get tired of kicking yourself in the butt for doing stupid shit,
Yep.
then it's time to elevate.
Absolutely.
It's time to elevate. Now you want to graduate. You want to graduate into a stage that we call Mutma'ina.
Mutma'ina.
It even gives you power just to say it, bro. Mutma'ina is the stage, the highest nafs that the human nature can exist in. And once you overcome the lower knobs and the middle knobs and reach that stage of mutmaina, then you become one with yourself and one with the most wisest.
Oh, that's great.
Nothing, anything.
Well, where does that come from? Where does it come from?
This is
Talk to the
passed
mic.
down.
Talk to the mic.
This is generational stuff. That's fortunate. I've been
Mut-
passed.
Like, what are these terms? Or what? I've never heard of it. It's beautiful, but I'm curious. Like, what?
Teachings, readings, they're all spiritual. All of them. These terms come from all of the spiritual revelations.
That's cool.
The first one is the Torah.
Okay.
The second one was the Bible. And the third one was the Quran. These knowledges have been passed down through all of the spiritual texts. Every one of them tell the same exact stories.
Yeah.
They just don't tell them in the same.
In the same way. Yeah, absolutely. I think the Quran says that in a lot of ways.
We'll say less.
Yo, bless, bro.
But we want to appreciate you, my nigga, for
Thanks,
know,
my G.
coming
Thank
out
you,
here,
brother.
and we know we want to kick this knowledge to people out here on these
Appreciate you.
in this grind and struggle to peace. You know, that's what
Yeah.
it really comes down to, through music, through talent, through what any of you want to do out there, man. You want to just do it, man. Don't give up on it. You know what I mean? Be strong. Shout out to you out there. Shout out to you,
Exactly.
Big
Thanks,
Meeks.
bro.
Thank you.
Hey up, man, because you
Thanks.
got
Yeah.
it, bro.
And be yourself.
Got it.
Be authentic.
Teach these people, man. Teach these young
Knuckles.
kings and queens, man.
Yes,
Facts.
indeed.
And we all teaching each other.
You
Yes,
got that.
indeed.
Each one teach one.
Teach
Each
10.
Hey, I want y'all to come to GL nigga at GL nigga TikTok.
Yeah,
GL.
TikTok at GL TikTok.
Hey.
Yeah,
Don't be
man.
playing. You want to holler at me, nigga? Hit me up.
Hit him up, y'all. If you
Right,
want to
I
get
love
on the
GL.
show and you want to talk to GL, get us in the comments and like, comment, subscribe.
Please.
Woodshop,
Facts.
Please
Woodshop,
subscribe.
Woodshop, the one stop Woodshop.
One shot.
Comment.
We out
One stop. Woodshop. People.
Shout out to you.
Hey,
There it is.
here we go.
All right, we out of here.
Absolutely.